Hey, we're live again. No, we never left. It wasn't my fault. It was, I don't know, something else. Who knows?
We pulled him back out of the sky. He's safe, guys.
Yeah, we're back again. Hope everybody is finding us. I'm going to probably need to share this out again. I'm seeing people come in. That's good.
Clint, I have some advice.
What's that? Get a new computer or stop booming?
Yes. Also, if you are going to go to Bleeding Cool, you're going to have to get an ad blocker, or put the address into archive.org first and read it from there.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not going back there again. I'm not going to screen share for the rest of the time. Stop booming. Alfonso says, "What's up? Found you across the streams." Yeah, I don't know. We'll just a little hiccup happened there. I hope everybody makes it back. Apologies.
It's funny. It's a Boomer stream now, and you were just talking about Boom Studios.
That's right.
Boom Studios. There's an exclamation point for a reason.
Yeah, that's right. This has all been planned, everyone.
Boomer Studios.
Maybe I'll see if I can link the two together and post the video tomorrow so it's still one stream. I don't know. We'll see.
Can't cross the streams.
I'll look at it. So it took me a little bit to get back into it. Did you guys cover some new ground while I was gone? I hope so.
Oh, man. We unlocked Pandora's box and packaged it right back up neat and tidy.
Oh,
so
beautiful. I'll have to catch it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Boom Studios, did we decide, is this a viable alternative to Diamond, or does it help Diamond even if it's not an alternative?
You mean Comic Hub?
Comic Hub, is that, yes, right. Comic Hub, is that going to help Diamond at all, do we think? Didn't sound like it last I was here.
Yeah, I don't, boy, oh boy. It sounds like if they are going around Diamond for this, and they're going direct with Comic Hub and making this an exclusive. I'm curious as to how many they think they're going to sell. That's the one part here. Maybe they're going to sell a lot, or maybe Comic Hub is just going to buy a bunch off of them. That might be what's going on. But it just seems kind of like another thing to try. It doesn't really seem like something that's going to pave the way or be some revolutionary act or any kind of wonderfully speculative thing that I'm sure Bleeding Cool was making it to be. I don't think this is going to end up becoming a supply chain direct to a Comic Hub or anything like that. I think it's the equivalent of, anyone else that if you put up a crowdfunder and you're like, this is an exclusive cover just for the crowdfunder or whatever, an exclusive comic even. And that's what it is. I think someone had asked before we got kicked off about something about moving towards the future and all this other stuff. Definitely, I think crowdfunding and direct sales are going to be a big, big part of that. Unless, of course, if distribution can catch up technologically, then that would be great. If they could stop saying, "Hey, kids, you want a phone book to look through for comics?" Every month.
Hey kids, you want a free doorstop?
You want something to, if you play hockey and you're too poor for pads, you want to put those and strap them around your legs. That's what we used to do when I played hockey. We put phone books around our legs and, because we were poor. Yeah, and you duct tape it and there you go.
It'd stop a zombie bite.
You're wearing hockey pads.
Yeah, right. You break out Dad's old first baseman glove and you put it on and you're goalie now.
Beautiful stuff.
Yeah. So I think this could do well for them if they've got a good marketing push behind it. It'll be interesting to see. I think that's all it's going to amount to.
Yeah. Definitely something to keep an eye on. I don't know. I'm always interested when there are innovations happening. It is helpful to look and see how innovative it really is, or if it's, just dressing. If it's the same kind of thing that you've seen time and time again. So we solved everything, I think. So other than streaming, we're still working on that. I am still working on that.
You are. Okay, we got to put this out here before we get to the next segment. Okay, as you guys in the chat may know, Clint says that these funds that he's got for this campaign are just sitting here in the wings, waiting to be used for the book. Okay, this man needs a new computer, people. Let's first of all, I think it's a business expense. How can you write your comic books if your computer will crash at the blink of an eye?
The blink of a bleeding cool. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you expect to write your Downcast and Downcast 2 Indiegogo exclusive stories if your computer's crashing?
That's a problem.
I think they'll forgive you if you buy a computer so that you can continue with this beautiful content.
And you can get a really good computer for $400 or $500.
Yeah, and it'll crash in about a year too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had this one for like four or 5 years now, and it is struggling. I've blown all the dust out, and I built this computer. My brother helped me build it. It's been fine, except for the past year. It's been terrible.
Cancer.
What operating system you got?
It's Windows 10.
Okay.
Yeah, we updated it. So
you didn't say XP.
No,
or Vista. He's like, I'm running a really good Windows 95 here.
Yeah, I had it on 27 floppy disks. It took a while to install, but we got it.
They're all chained up with zip drives.
Yeah, daisy chain of zip drives. Oh my goodness.
What's your RAM situation before we get further?
Yeah, no kidding. How's your processor? Can we? He's done. He's gone again, guys.
Is he seriously gone again?
He's gone.
Dear.
Okay.
Guys, we have 10 minutes. Let's go. Let's make them count.
Chat. We have what 3 or 5 minutes before it's all up in smoke again. So let's.
I'm back.
Oh, he's back.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
All right.
He's back.
I'm not posting links. Okay,
Stop
we're done.
Stop it.
We're done.
Can you open Twitter?
Yeah, I'm gonna close out of chat. Sorry, that's your job from now on.
That's my job. Kyung Lee is here. 2 exclamation points, he says.
Kyung Lee.
That could be good, it could be bad, I don't know.
All right. So we're looking at let me find, we're gonna get advice here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the link to Downcast, by the way, is in the description.
Oh no, this is you know what, everyone in the chat, this is the greatest thing you'll see all day. This is pure comedy gold.
Oh my gosh. The link to Downcast, I'm assuming he was going to say is in the description below, but how about I just drop that in the in the chat.
Guys. This is torture.
Oh my goodness.
All right, I'm not even pulling up Twitter. Okay,
man in the chat. Everyone lay hands on the screen and pray for Clint's computer.
Just gotta make it through.
We need some anointing oils.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna try and pull up Twitter. Is that okay?
You don't have to, but I can.
Yeah, you do that if you can.
Okay.
Next segment. This is so professional. It's disgusting.
This is the best stream I have ever been a part of.
This is like people are envious of how professional this is.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to say we did I titled this correctly.
Yes.
Boomer Stream.
Boomer Stream.
Boomer Stream. All right. So comics. This is us moving on to the next segment here.
Mm-hmm.
Does breaking into the industry have you down? Well, we've got some great advice from a Sith Lord himself. He's going to read some tweets of discouragement, and have some nice advice for those of you trying to break into comics and you feel like you just can't do it. Is the Sith Lord ready, or should I be killing more time?
I think he's ready.
He's ready.
You need to lock the screen on him, though.
Okay, let's lock the screen. Welcome, Sith Lord.
It's good to be here.
You got some tweets to read for us. I know that they're said out of frustration. Let's hear what we're dealing with, and then we'd love to hear some words of advice.
Tweets full of anger. I can feel it. This is Is this going to work without you having the tweets on your screen? Let me.
I've got you. It's locked on you.
It's locked on me, but we need to read the tweets. All right. I mean, this is our first time. Should I screen share?
Please do.
Okay. Between the tweets with Sheev Palpatine. Some people, like those of us with borderline, are more sensitive than others. We literally can't help it. Tell us we don't have what it takes to be a creator of this. Of it is bullshit. Also this. It's almost always white, straight, cis men telling folks that they have to grow a thick skin to work as a creative. Meanwhile, marginalized people face far, far worse nastiness and criticism than those men can imagine. I'm good. It's a little dry here in the Death Star throne room. Excuse me. Can you feel their anger?
Do get a drink. Yes.
I need to wet the whistle.
I do feel the anger coming from these tweets. These are quotes, by the way. We would screen share, but I don't want to crash the internet. So,
yes. Yeah. So, getting here a bit late and the original tweet has been deleted, but Jim Zub is being an ableist arsehole. There's a reply. I didn't get to see the original tweets either, except for the first one, and I hope that he was simply speaking without thinking it through, because really, I really enjoy and have learned a lot from his tutorials.
Was that a LOL?
It should be. This is Jim. Not trying to stir up an argument, just clarifying so a false narrative doesn't take hold. One of my students was told that they didn't have what it takes by another instructor, and I helped the student find motivation in that rather than give up. I also hope I hope you'll also talk to the instructor, because that's horrifying. That's a horrifying thing to tell a student. And I should know I am the Dark Lord of the Sith.
And that finishes it off, huh?
That's it. We're working the kinks out, people.
Yeah.
If Clint's computer could work,
that's the real problem here.
and also if I could read.
If we were screen sharing the tweet at the same time so you could follow along, if I could keep a straight face, that might help too.
Asuka in the chat says Dark Lord of the Siths. I like that. We're gonna have to keep that one.
I think Clint's computer is almost a Force ghost at this point.
It really is.
Yeah. This is something else. So we heard some words of frustration expressed there that you can't do it. You can't break into comics. I've heard people say this kind of thing often, and then this really is serious. It happens for sure. Is someone holding you down? I don't know. Sith Lord, what advice do you have for somebody that's in that stage?
The stage of can you say that again? I'm being a professional right now. I'm stalling so I can get my screen. Say it again.
Oh yeah. To summarize, somebody got some feedback that they might not be ready to publish their comic. This happens sometimes.
Yes.
So when you're not quite ready, what can you do to become ready? How do you get there?
I say it takes a strong will and giving in to your hatred and let the dark side flow through you and just do it anyway.
It's good advice. Yeah.
Thank you.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's good.
That's what I did.
Yeah. I need to see. Peter's got the right idea. He turns off the screen, mutes it. I I just burst it right into the microphone so everybody can have that pop filter sound going on. Yeah, there was that segment. Chat, I'm not watching you now because I don't want the computer to crash. But yeah, we're gonna work on that segment. Let us know what you call what you think. But that's the cis. What is it? What did you say? The
Dark
Sith Lord?
Lord of the Cis.
I think we got to focus group that.
Yeah, it needs a little workshopping, but it
Well,
needs
yeah.
to happen. I think.
Test audience there.
Yeah.
And I guess we have the test audience here. You guys in the chat, what did you think?
Well,
What you
let me
think?
scroll up a little bit. There's there's laughing faces. Laughing faces on their side. There's 3 of those. There's crying laughing. Asuka says, I feel like somebody should Photoshop a Admiral Haldo's purple woman studies hair onto Palpatine for this bit to be even better. Mike Jenkins,
like
man, all that pushing. You're gonna crap your drawers. There's laughter. They like it.
Yeah.
It's like we got a thumbs up from Kyung Lee. I say we keep it.
All right.
Dark Lord of the Cis.
That's a keep.
That's a keeper. Asuka, thank you for that.
Appreciate that. Yeah, that's an excellent name. some photoshopping could be done.
Mhm.
Yeah, Eric, how many impressions? Let's be honest here. How many impressions do you have in the can? I gotta know. You're the man. I can tell that you've got voices you can do.
They need work. I'll tell you that they need work. I have an anecdote. I was the impressions guy in my basic training company. So I know that extends way into 15 years later into the comic scene. They need work. They need work. Like Palpatine needs a little TLC.
Yeah,
it's been a while. I can workshop it. I feel like I could do at least some passable voices. But how many? We'll just have to wait and see.
All right. Yeah, work on it.
Yeah.
The only 2 I could partially do. I used to be able to do a Shredder impression. I practice it a little bit, from the original cartoons.
Mhm.
That makes me go hoarse.
Okay. I've got a Cleveland from Family Guy. But all I can say is that's just nasty. I've got Hey There. I've got Tug. They're pretty much one-liners.
Translating into full on reading a story, that's got to be challenging.
Yeah, especially if it's a real person. But like if I were to let me think. I have to. I'm embarrassed. You guys, you're putting me on the spot. I'm getting all rosy cheeked.
You guys ever watch that? What was the show called? It was like a Huey Lewis cartoon.
Huey Lewis
cartoon.
Let me think. What was it called?
Gotta get back in.
Did they say the heart of rock and roll is the beat?
No, sorry,
No?
Not Huey. No.
Huey Hanna-Barbera.
Cookies, all right. That was the Cookies. Can't think of that show. That's gonna drive me crazy. Not Huey
You're
Lewis.
the only one.
It was help me out, chat. Come on.
Nope.
Little fat blonde kid, based on a grown man that did his voice.
Maybe Huey.
No.
Life with Louie.
Life with Louie. That's it.
Oh my
Life
gosh.
with Louie.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
Louis Anderson.
Louis Anderson.
Yeah, Louis Anderson. Why did it say Huey Lewis?
Very different.
Much different.
Yeah, that was a little crossing of names, and yeah.
Louis Anderson's Power of Love is very different than Huey Lewis. So I've
Louis
heard.
Anderson's Power of Love revolves around French fries.
Yeah, cookies. Yeah, that's what I could do. The cookies, all right.
Yeah. I remember that now.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was pretty good. Yeah, we'll bring back the Sith Lord, and we'll. I've got to get this computer worked out. We'll get this fixed, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's important.
The chat has no idea what's going on. By the
Shaun
way.
of the Dead wants to know what is happening.
Yeah.
What is
I
happening?
wish I had answers for you. I am an innocent bystander.
Third chair takes no
He's a-
blame.
Say that again.
I said the third chair takes no blame in any of these.
No.
I feel like I'm on Space Ghost circa like 2006, 2005.
There is our set right there, Clint. That's how we need to. When
Yeah.
we finally get this all workshopped, that's what we need to.
Yeah.
Aspire
You got-
to.
Eric's like Zorak, and then Clint's like Space Ghost.
Yeah, we need a Brack and Moltar. The Brack Moltar.
Yeah. We'll work on that.
Yeah. Here we go. I've got some quotes from Muttman real quick.
Oh yeah.
Lord Boomer, rise. Wait. Sorry, I'm a little dry. Execute order, sis. And your Boomer training is complete. Here we go. I like that. Thank you, Muttman.
The Emperor is pretty much the Boomer of Star Wars, isn't he?
He kind of is. Well, he's really pulling some strings in the background.
Yeah. It's like interpersonal. He's got interpersonal skills. We'll say that.
I've got people skills.
Yeah.
It's like Office Space.
Exactly. Wow, this stream has been all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps gaining viewers though, so you must be doing something right.
How many people are watching? I can't even see. I only
45. We're at 45 now.
45. Yeah. All right. Should we kind of stopped a little? You guys okay to go for a little bit longer than we would normally?
We got to make up lost time.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
It's yeah.
All right.
I'm good. Yeah. Go ahead.
Not terribly long. All right. I would pull this article up, but again, I'm not going to crash anything. Have you guys heard of the Final Fantasy house? This cult that happened in the early 2000s.
Final Fantasy house?
Final Fantasy
I only
house.
know of it because
based on the game?
Based on the game. Final Fantasy 7 house.
What?
Yeah. So while we're getting this is how I was thinking we could have these live streams go. It's business up front. We talk about news and it's party in the back. We want it to be fun. Okay, this is the mullet of live streams. So, in the end here, sometimes you get on the internet, you get sucked into a rabbit hole, and you find some weird stuff out there. So the question is, I found this article. It's kind of lengthy, and there's a whole bunch of supporting pieces of evidence and articles for it.
I put the link in the chat, by the way.
There's the link. Yeah. Don't leave yet, though. Okay, we need the views. All right. So first and foremost, the question is in your mind. Is this an internet urban legend, or did this really happen? That's a question, okay? So, in the early 2000s, Final Fantasy VII, obviously it was from the 90s. That did really well. It was really popular, and it inspired an entire generation of Final Fantasy lovers. Some were so invested in Final Fantasy that they made it a little bit more than just a video game. They went full-on religion. So there's a group of people. I'm not making this up, but it could be made up.
You're not making it up, but it could be fake.
It could be fake. Yes.
Okay.
Here's the thing, though. The circumstances are not crazy enough. I feel like I was making up an urban legend. I'd make it crazier. They're just normal enough that maybe it's real, possibly. Okay. So basically, there was this girl in college, and she had an apartment, and she started this idea that she was reincarnated from a different dimension where Final Fantasy VII was reality. Okay. She convinced upwards of 20 people in real life that this was true, and countless other people online on these fan chat rooms and stuff. I'm sure somebody watching right now has heard of this.
Bueller?
Bueller. Yeah. So the story begins. It was leaked by somebody that joined this cult, who felt like an outsider on life, and started visiting this house that was really disgusting. They had rotting food everywhere, and there was glitter everywhere. Yeah, for real. Glitter everywhere. So
glitter toilet paper.
Yeah, so they would go through these events to try and remind people of their former life as a Final Fantasy character. Sorry. I'm not making this up. Yeah, so they would do things like so first the person that wrote this, they wrote a blog post, and it was a warning to others about the danger of this person who, and it's been a long time since I played Final Fantasy VII. Do you guys remember Joanna from the game?
That was a game I never touched.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
It was a good game. Not that good.
I loved the game when I don't even know, what was I, 12, 13? But I don't remember Joanna. No.
Yeah, I don't either. But maybe it was, oh, I don't know. The ringleader of this thing was Joanna. That was her like pseudonym. Yeah. So she found a way.
Owner of Joanna's Fabrics.
Oh, maybe there's a relation.
Could be.
Yeah. Well, she found a way to convince people basically to pay for her living. She didn't do anything, and she'd get people into the house and make them go through these magical experiments to try and remember what it was, their former life, and gain memories so that they could go on magical quests and things like that. And it was in a college town. And she convinced quite a few people to do this. And eventually they would get so broken down, they'd leave. And, she would just get more. And that's how she sustained her living for some number of years. Some of the things included waking a member up in the middle of the night and putting them in a blue dyed, it was like a bathtub full of ice that was dyed blue. And you had to just laying it in the middle of the night so you could try and gain memories. She locked people in rooms at the college that they weren't attending. They were just around, like the music rooms, the soundproof rooms.
Within the school.
Yeah, this would be like, go onto campus, walk into a building and
just lock them in there.
Lock them in there for how long until they started panicking. This would probably be better if I actually had the article up.
Well, you don't die by bringing up the article.
No, I'll leave it be.
Okay.
So the question is, eventually, I'm going to summarize this real quick. Eventually, the person left and wrote an article about it. It was like warning of the Final Fantasy house. Again, Final Fantasy 7 house. You can Google that. Thing is, once they posted it, there were other corroborating stories that came out in close towns and other states even, and with similar living circumstances. It smelled.
Wait a second.
Terrible.
You're saying there's more than one?
I'm saying this Joanna character moved once she exhausted all the people in the area and they were done. She would move and then go start it again.
Clint, this is why your computer crashes, my friend.
I think we're onto something. Do you think when she left, she scrawled on the door, "Don't dead open inside"? You think that was something that, like, this is insane?
It is insane. The thing is, though,
it's like Typhoid Mary for nerds.
Yeah, the thing is, like, if it was the one article and the stuff that happened around it, you'd think, oh, this is crazy. This is just made up internet stuff. But then a few years later, there was somebody else that came out and told this story. Anyway, totally different place, location. It was like in California. The first incident happened on the East Coast. And they told a really similar story to them walking into where a house party was or to pick up a friend. And they described a lot of the same kind of rituals. Again, so I don't have them. They were, nothing that crazy. That's the thing. You'd think you'd make it more crazy if you're making it up. Everything was just kind of just weird, a little weird.
It's beyond crazy. I think my biggest question is, were there reports of glitter at every house?
That I don't know.
That's where we need to get the crack detective team on.
Glitter, yeah. So that was the story. Yeah. That's basically it. That's all I got.
So there's glitter everywhere in the house.
Yeah.
And that man was David Lee Roth.
Jump! Oh man. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, Eric. Let me have it.
This has been a weird one. How you liking the new format?
All I know is Clint was like, "Yeah, let's talk some comics. We'll talk about distribution. It'll be fun."
Yeah. That's how it started.
That's how it started. Then he ascended.
It's funny because I put more preparation into this stream than I think I would normally, and everything just went horribly wrong. So
the wheels just fell off.
That's the way things work.
Yep.
You want to hear something crazy, right? This whole stream has been chaos, right?
Yeah.
Neptune is in retrograde. and that's kind of a cause of chaos for those who believe in astrology and things like that.
Are the dead gonna
I've been
rise,
having
or-
an absolutely chaotic past 2 or 3 days or whatever it's been since Neptune's been in retrograde.
Is that why I had a migraine on Sunday?
It'll be just inexplainable craziness
Glitter
occurs.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. AL in the chat says there's glitter all over my house, but that's because I have an 11-year-old girl.
Oh, that could also be an explanation.
I'm pretty sure it's because she's hooked on Final Fantasy VII. I hate to break it to you. Someone had to.
Let's hope that remake never comes out, or she'll rise again from the ashes. She'll ride Haley Bob Comet right back down to Earth.
Reunion for those who play the game.
Yeah. So I gotta say, before everybody thinks I'm crazy, there's a YouTube channel called Into the Rabbit Hole, actually, and they're really interesting videos. They're like little mini documentaries on random stuff like this. For a much better explanation, I would suggest, if you're bored, go check it out. You can just Google it. You'll see it. Into the Rabbit Hole is the YouTube channel. And they explain it much better than I just did. So that was pretty awful.
Well, you couldn't read the article, so
that was part of my problem. Yes.
At least you did the show prep and read it beforehand.
Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, maybe I should have just said, you know what? Let's skip it. Let's just talk about distribution some more.
Do you have a good antivirus on your computer?
Yeah, I have a good antivirus. Yeah, I don't know. It was the pop-up ads. They're all coming at once. It was like, Cis Lords.
Dark Lord of the Cis.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it, right? We're done.
Jason said something interesting in the chat. He says, Dynamite confirms Vampirella #1 has 130,000 orders. I wonder if we can confirm that as well. Jason, where'd you see that?
Didn't Ethan Van Sciver just announce that he's doing a variant for Vampirella #1?
That's what he said. He's doing a cover for it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Bleeding Cool. I'm not touching that site. I wonder if anybody else.
No, don't even. We're gonna have to go put this onto our research team, and we'll have to come back because Clint won't survive.
I know.
He will be pulled into the Glitterverse, and we'll never see him again.
It happens. Yeah. I should just buy the computer and send the bill to Bleeding Cool. I think that's fair.
Idea.
It's fair. Yeah. It's only worth it. So that does it for our leaner, meaner show. I think we're gonna end it there. And I'm gonna make an attempt to splice these two videos together so it'll be one big disaster, one big glorious disaster.
It'll be great.
It will be great. Don't forget to back Downcast. I promise. There's no technology involved, so I couldn't have screwed that up. And Eric's got Flying Fortress.
Yeah.
I hope you're posting the link in chat.
Of the chat, man, they're all over it. They're all back in it like 6 times.
Oh, all of them. Awesome.
Yeah.
And then Peter, he publishes for a company called Alterna Comics, if you're not familiar. And you can pick that up at your local comic shop. I did that. I pre-ordered one last week, 2 weeks ago, something like that.
Thank you.
Called them and they were like, wait, what's Alterna? They're really, really indie. I've heard that before. Yeah, so I was like, you know what? Order it. They put it on special.
See, folks,
order.
you can have a New York Times bestseller. You can have a movie based on a comic. And still they're like, what now?
Ooh.
That's not right. We ain't never heard of them.
It's Marvel, DC, or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way I live life.
Alterna
Right.
Comics, local comic shop, or you can order direct. And you don't need any hub to do that. You can just order direct.
Yeah,
What
go
is
right
that?
to alternaaccess.com and you can get comics from us directly, merchandise, graphic novels, whatever you'd like. Yeah, that'd be great. And thank you guys for all your support. I know there's a bunch of people in the chat that do read Alterna, and thank you guys. Seriously, thank you.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for showing up. We're going to close it out and let you get back to the rest of your evenings. Thank you very much. And we'll see you tomorrow with a better stream. Thanks. Maybe just a little, I don't know.
Maybe if you go to Best Buy and set up a new computer. So honestly, something out of the box is going to be better than what we're dealing with here.
Yeah, well, it is progressively gotten worse since yesterday.
It's the retrograde Uranus, Neptune.
Yeah.
Yeah, the retrograde Neptune gets you right in Uranus.
Right. Yeah. Think of the glitter. All right, everyone.
Easter.
Goodbye.